Hi. These are 4 specific networking strategies you can learn from Elon Musk. Elon Musk, as you probably already know, he started 6 companies: Click2, PayPal, Tesla, SolarCity. He just started a new one called the Boring Company, but he's most well known for Tesla and SpaceX. The 3 networking strategies you can learn from Elon Musk himself. I had a chance to interview him for 30 minutes. You can always check out that on YouTube. Just Google Christopher Kai and Elon Musk. And so the 3 things is this. First one is this. So Elon Musk was born and raised in Pretoria, South Africa during a time where apartheid was still alive. Nelson Mandela was still in prison. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years. So it's a very harsh time to live in. And he wanted to get out of that place. He wanted to come to the US because that's where the opportunities he saw were. What does he do? He goes from Pretoria to Canada first to go to school. And when he's in Canada, the first instance where he meets someone that he admires, a mentor, or what I call a big gamer, is a guy named Peter Nicholson. Peter Nicholson is a high-level banker. He was the head of strategy at the Nova Scotia Bank. And so Elon reads an article about him, wants to meet him, doesn't succeed. What does he do? He cold calls the writer of the article, meets up with the writer, and eventually the writer introduced him to Peter Nicholson. He ends up convincing Peter Nicholson to hire him for a summer internship. So the first lesson of networking is cold calling still works. Just because you have a smartphone to text and a Snapchat and to tweet and to go on Instagram, you have to start using the phone for what it actually was created for, which is to call people. You have to stand out. So make sure you call people. Cold calling, cold emailing, cold texting, all that stuff helps, but ideally get them on the phone. That's the first tip for successful networking. The second one is you have to be in the right zip code. Elon Musk traveled almost 12,000 miles from Pretoria, South Africa to Kingston, Ontario, Canada, to the University of Pennsylvania in the East Coast of the United States, and then out to Stanford University where he ended up quitting his PhD program, but he started 2 companies up in the Bay Area and now in Southern California where I live. The point I'm getting at is, if you want to create $1 million company, you can essentially be anywhere you want in life or any place you want if you have Wi-Fi access, a computer, and a smartphone. But if you want to build a multi-billion-dollar company, you have to go where the money is, you have to go where the access is, you have to go where the talent is, which is why Elon Musk went to the Bay Area, which is why so many companies, whether LinkedIn, Apple, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of them started up in the Bay Area, in San Francisco area, in the United States of America. So be in the right zip code. It's really important. You can't expect people to come to you. You can't expect people to know who you are. You have to go where they are because you have the highest probability of success. Lastly, the third thing I learned from Elon Musk, what you can learn from Elon Musk is this: override your fear. After Elon sold his first company to Compaq, then when he sold PayPal, he had about $100 million of cash. What did he do? He decided that he wants to help humanity, so he put all that money, most of the money, into Tesla and SpaceX. Even though he knew that the probability of him succeeding in building out Tesla Motors and SpaceX was very, very, very small. But he said, when something is worthwhile, when a cause is worthwhile, you do it anyway. You have to override your fears. So just to summarize, the 3 specific networking points you need: cold calling still works. Go out there, be tenacious. Just because you don't know anyone, just call them up, find them. Second one is be in the right zip code. You have to go where they are. Find a Beverly Hills type area, find a startup area, find where those people are. And lastly, make sure, let me just go to the last point. I have my notes here. The last point is override your fear. Make sure you know that all of us have fear, but those that succeed have the courage to push through the fear. And the way you build more courage is just by doing things that you're afraid of every single day. It could be as simple as walking in an elevator and saying hi to someone. It could be as simple as going to lunch by yourself. It could be as simple as when you walk down the block, instead of looking away at someone, just wave to that person and say hi to a stranger. Those are the ways that you build success. Those are the ways you build confidence and courage to override your fears. Hopefully that helps. Those are the 3 networking tips you learned from Elon Musk. Bye.